Hi, hello, welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft server. We're out in the end dimension, I look ridiculous, and what's going on here? I've been out hunting for shulker shells, can you believe it? Yes you can, we've got 8 right there, we've got a load more goodies in this ender chest. Check it out, we have over a stack, and I want this to be the one and only time that I come out here and get a ridiculous amount of these things, that's for sure. And I have learned so many things just by coming out and having fun. Oh yeah, that's why this isn't working. I was wondering, why aren't they getting angry at me? You need to come over here and help me out for a minute. Yes, I want to make this episode like a tips and tricks episode, you know. I want to provide you guys with useful information, because I've been out here and learning so much about how to get these shulker shells, how to stay safe in the end, and other little things that we can do while we're out here. Now that guy, was it me? Did he drop any XP? Because one of the things I need to do is repair my armor. This one has thorns free, and every time those shulkers with their projectiles attack me, I get into a little bit of trouble because my armor gets damaged, and then eventually I have to do something like this. Now we want their XP because we want to repair that. And that made me realise that with mending, this trip can sort of be infinite in some respects. You've got food. I have shulker chests in here full of extras that we might need. Let's see, what else is useful? The useful box? What's in that? That's not actually useful for me right now. I think it's this one that I'm after. There you go. Extra armour, extra food, extra ender pearls, all the sorts of things we're going to need out on our journey. So what we're doing right now is making a mini XP farm so that we can repair our gear, because otherwise we'd have to turn around and go back. You see, I use the flybow to get around, and then I have to fight shulkers with their shulker bullets, and some of the stuff's taking damage as we go along. So this could take me a long time, but I'm going to stand here for a bit and do some repairing. Well, this is exceptional. Everything's been repaired except my pick. It took about 10 minutes. And I have dug some little holes around each side. This one's slightly closer, which is why they all come to this one. I'm also no longer using my normal sword. This is one that I found in a chest. The reason I'm using that is because it sets them on fire, and when they're on the fire they love to teleport everywhere. Anyway, now it's going to get very, very noisy. And look at how easy this is. This is just like instant Enderman farm for repairing your gear. Put 10 minutes aside and you can do this for as long as you want, because your gear can be repaired with XP. Man, that is a horrendous sound. Look at that sight right there. These guys are just easy pickings now. So with everything repaired, we are free to move on. I just want to really make it very clear, because you can repair stuff like that, you can sort of just do this forever, which is kind of crazy, right? Now I haven't got the motivation or the patience to do this forever, but I am certainly going to spend some time out here. Like I said, I want to sort of do one big run and not really have a need to do this again in the future. And it's going to take a fair bit of my time, but so you guys know exactly what you need to do this. We've got a silk touch pick, which gives us access to our ender chest. We must never leave this behind. However, if you do by mistake, if you find an end city again, they quite often have end chests in, which is pretty cool. We've got our flybow over here, which uses punch 2 to boost us around. We've got a shield, which is extremely good against the shulkers, and one thing to note is that it doesn't have mending on, but I got the means to craft more if we need it. So aside from that, we got golden apples in case we get in a hairy situation, which happened to me one time. We also got some regeneration and instant health, and that's kind of it. That's kind of all you need, really, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, and this pumpkin. Sometimes it really helps to have that on, but as of right now we're not going to use it because we're about to go flying, and I cannot do this without pressing F3. So you want to aim somewhere around, if you look at the facing south line, somewhere around that last number going to 0. And I always hate doing this because there's nothing but void below us, and I haven't eaten, which is a bad way to start. Make sure you eat first, learn from my mistakes. There we go. You want to have full health, you want to keep an eye on that health bar. Now another cool thing that you can do, if I could just get a little bit more momentum here, let's keep trying. There we go. Up, 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 up. Is you can do the 40-40 trick. Now I wouldn't recommend this because it's a little bit terrifying, but you go down at 40 like that, and then you pull up and you face 40 as quick as you can, and then when you lose your momentum you go down again, and you can sort of infinite fly if you can keep that technique going, but you have to jump from 40 to 40. It's also really hard to judge when you lose momentum when you're looking upwards. And look at that, it took us no time at all. I like this. I think today's video is going to go very well because we found ourselves another end city. So I guess we can kind of jump right into it, right? Don't need to be too much more prepared. Now's a good time to put the shield in the offhand. Make sure we're eaten, which we have. And now we can go in here. At the entrance, you usually see a couple of shulker shells. So, pro tip for you, by the way, this is a really good bow to use against the shulker, but you have to wait until it opens its shell. Otherwise, it's just going to bounce off. So now we can shoot that guy, and this one here, turn around to the side, and then we block with our shield. And no damage, no worries. It sounds like they might be fighting each other now. Oh, look at that! Let's let them do all the work. I think one teleported away. Time for you to get wrecked. Nice and easy is how that just went. Where did the guy teleport to? Can we see it? Would it teleport out to one of these blocks? Because I've never really seen it teleport to anywhere else but the end city structure itself. I can't see where it went. Maybe it went on the inside. It might be that they can't go to regular endstone, just these blocks. I would love to know what blocks they can teleport to. Myth busting. I can hear you typing comments. You want to see it on myth busting, I know. There's a chappie. Oh, and that's the one, probably, because it was one hit kill. Now, these are a lot of fun. You guys have probably actually seen a lot of videos of people doing this. I honestly kind of wrote these off. They didn't really look that fun. But now that I've been forced to come out here because I really want those shulker boxes, this is actually like an immense amount of fun. It's really challenging doing this, but there are some really good tips. Now, in an area like the one that we're about to enter, you probably just want to let the shulkers, aha, we blocked it, attack you here, because there's a whole room of them, and what you really want to do is just aim at the ones that are open, start getting them to take some damage as you make your way up. That's what I've found so far with these sorts of rooms. So keep heading up, keep an eye on your health, and do as much damage as you can to these guys as you can. Look at how many of them there are. Also, potentially about to be in a hairy situation. So now it's time to eat. And now we're just going to safely leave that room and go over here. Another problem, if you float up too high, make sure you get ender pearls. You can get tons of those in this area. I should have blocked then. And now we will continue to block as all of these things come in. There we go. And with the ender pearl, you can get yourself back down again. Now, if you've got feather falling, that's one thing that can help you. If you've got elytra rings, remember when you fall down you can fly. And with those three things, you're probably never going to die from going up into the sky and falling down. Do you know what I mean? What I'm saying is, falling from above and dying should never really be a problem. Aha, where did this guy teleport to? This is another problem. Can waste a lot of time when one teleports to the outside and you're not sure where it went. I found it, and in this situation, it's probably really not worth it. Let's wait for it to open. I should show you what happens. Well, let's do it. Bam, there you go. Can you see how it dropped off? Got to be very careful of that, because that can bounce back onto you and hit you, which got me in a sticky situation. This guy knows what I'm up to. He can sense I've got the bow in my hand. So yeah, at times like this, I'm not sure if it's really worth persisting, because but breaking the block like that can bring it back up here. Another little tip for you. Yeah, I knew I was doing that. If you force it to teleport, you can get it to a position where you get to keep the shulker shell. Excellent, excellent stuff. Okay, we just want to go to the top now. So up goes an ender pearl. There are our loot chests, and in come the shulker bullets. No, I'm trying to block, and I cannot seem to select my sword. Right, so from up here, these guys are going to be easy pickings. I would probably just treat this room like this now. Try and shoot them with the bow and arrow, and then when you've killed them all, make your way down and pick up the shells. They're fighting each other. This sometimes happens. When you see it, you might as well just stand back and then go in there and collect the shells after. By the way, we're up to 24 at the moment, so that's 12 shulkers killed in theory. And yikes, I got attacked from behind there. Let's throw an ender pearl in and finish that guy off. Oh no, it failed miserably. Oh dear. Hi, now you're teleported over there, which means your shulker shells are falling down. Great. It's not what we wanted. Alright, let's check out our loot. Diamonds, don't mind if I do. That's very good. And just iron in there. Diamond horse armor. I could take that back. We got shulker boxes. We've got practically infinite storage, right? That's pretty decent if you ask me. So we've conquered that one over there. We conquered this one on this side, I believe. And it's just that one over there to do now. So you know what this means. We've got to use our bow. I think there are some shulker shells on the ground, but I'm going to go to this first. If it takes me more than 5 minutes, do you know, I'm not really too fussed. Okay, so I've done this a couple of times already. We have full health. We are now going to aim forward, jump off the edge, and try and get like 3 shots in a row. Come on, keep going. Oh, excellent. Absolutely excellent. We've done it. And some fantastic news. There is another end city just over there with another one of those, which means we can pick up some dragon heads while we're at this as well. So let's grab some disposable blocks. I think there might be a shulker up here somewhere. Let's pick that dragon head up. Don't be too terrified, peeps. If you fall off, remember you got your wings on you at all times. In fact, I would highly recommend that you keep them there all the time and never change it over for a breastplate. I do have something else to show you, by the way. We need to find another shulker. There's always one right there when you come up on top of here. So what I'm going to do is block, and we're going to look at the shulker. And will we see? No. Oh, no, wait. Why am I blocking? That's ridiculous. Don't block. Walk up to it. Let it hit you. There we go. And I didn't see the shulker take damage, but I can tell you... There it is. There it is. Did you see it? Let's throw down a pearl. Let's try and do that again. So we're going to let these things hit us. And we're going to... There you go. He takes damage. That's the thorns on our armor. So when these projectiles hit us, it's the shulker that takes damage, which is really good to know. Let's clear this guy up now, though, because he's causing me some problems. And we're going to try and ender pearl down into that space. Amazing. Like a true professional. That was awesome. That's not bad, but the cursor binding, I wouldn't want that. Once you've equipped it, you can't take it off. And in here, not so good, not so good. That's alright, but we don't really need it, nor do we need the iron. However, we do get ourselves some more wings. Alright, on to the next one. This will be a very nice flight, if not slightly terrifying because of the void of death down below. And, oh, do you know what I should have done? I should have gone straight to that thing. Yeah, come on. Oh, that's the way. That's the way you do it. Why not? Okay, we're going to go in here and get ourselves another pair of elytra wings. Well, our ender chest is getting filled up, but what's amazing is that you can pick up the chests that you get as you go around, like these two here I've just picked up. And of course, you can fill up shulker boxes. You can make more shulker boxes as you go along. In theory, you could play this game for hours and hours and hours and fill up shulker box upon shulker box and shove them all in here. The amount of space you now have in an ender chest is absolutely incredible. Oh yeah, if you don't have mending on your elytra rings, bring an anvil and some leather, which is what we did. I don't actually need that now, though, of course. I can repair my armor by killing endermen. So we got some stuck on the outside. I think one of them is teleported. Now, you could be tempted to do that. Didn't expect it to kill that. However, the shulker shells are on the outside. I just had the idea as thinking, what would get them to teleport? We've already learned this. If you see them on the outside, you want to go up here and you want to break the walls, and that will force them to teleport, and then you might get them in a better position. Or you can hope that the items land on the edge like that. Hi, we got one in this room. Need to take this guy out. In fact, there's usually two in this room type. That's another thing. As you do this more and more, you'll get to know the layouts, and then you can change your strategy a little bit. That wasn't a great strategy. I'm sort of stuck in this little hole. Let's go around the corner here. Jeez. As I said earlier in the video, you will also find ender chests. What's on this one? Mending. That's a pretty good helmet right there, isn't it? Efficiency 5 on a pick. Hey, you can get efficiency 5 in here. That's pretty cool. Awesome. And we might as well take this as well. If you happen to need obsidian for some reason, you can break that into obsidian with a regular pick, which ain't so bad. That was almost terrible, wasn't it? I lost a lot of health then, and that was just almost a little bit of carelessness. Can't ever be too careful in this place. We're almost done here, by the way. I think we've just got the building at the bottom in the middle, and then it's been fully explored. I thought we had found like an underground part of this as I made my way down. It's just sort of buried itself into the ground here a little bit. That's cool. I like it. And the last one that we explored, by the way, is over there. Now, like nether fortresses, I've heard that these will also spawn almost in lines. So in the nether, it's north and south. That is actually east, and this is west. If we can continue going this... Actually, let's double check that. Yep, if we continue going in this direction, then we should possibly find another one. It's speculation at the moment. Someone tweeted me, I believe, just saying that that was true. It works like fortresses. If it is or it isn't, I'm not sure. But we have mostly been exploring this direction so far, which is southwest. So now we're just going to go west for a bit and hopefully find another one. So I'm going to get my boost bow. We're going to find an edge to drop off of. We're going to be slightly terrified for a moment, or at least I will be, and then we'll continue on in that direction. It could be that that checks out, because we've continued going west and we've found another one. We will definitely stick with that strategy for now, and it's one with another dragon's head. That is super cool. High, and I'm not doing too good at getting high up here, am I? Come on, we need like 3 in a row to get a big boost. I've got to watch out for my health as well. Excellent, excellent stuff. Amazing. Ka-cha! Cha! Do you know what? You can spam click your sword, and I believe you can do it with these things, right? So, in some theories, you wouldn't do any damage to the shulker if you were clicking like that. High. But when it comes to those bullets, spam click away, although don't get too close like I just did. That is a lot of diamonds. 10 in one chest and some leggings as well. Superb. Superb. This one not so great. If you're wondering why I'm not taking the gold or the iron, we got gold and iron farms, man. We don't need this stuff. It's just a waste, really. I've got another tip for you. Can you guess what it is? You'll have to concentrate and look at what's going on for a second, and wow. Look at the view. I've turned on Field of View Quake Pro because it makes it so much easier to see what's going on either side of you. I've spent a lot of time turning left to right. Not sure if we should go in one direction or the other. It looks like there's a big landmass over here, so we'll explore this. But the increased field of view really does help you just have a little bit more of a look around the place. Makes it easier to spot the end cities. And it's not my favourite to play with. Oh, that reminds me of another tip. Excellent. I've got tips for you, because that was the point of this video, right? To make my little adventure into a tip as well. So that beacon beam that you saw means that one of these gateways is activated, and already, I'm telling you, man, right now I feel a little bit sick. I am not liking this field of view. It's okay when you're up in the sky, but when we're down here, we need to change it back to normal. So, pay attention. What you want to do is press F3, F2, F3. Bam, we're done. That is a screenshot that we have saved of the location of this, because we pressed F3, right? So the next time, or whenever I decide I want to leave and we haven't seen one of these in a while, I can fly back in this direction and I've got the coordinates saved. And whenever you want to save the coordinates, really, that's a pro tip for you. You know, you don't have to do it all the time, but this 40-40 dip technique, it helps you get a lot of speed, which means you travel forward a lot further. Let's not hit that thing. It's kind of good, actually, because I'm not finding anything at the moment, and it's very slow going around like this. So if I dip down like 40, we really pick up some speed. We make the occasional Enderman angry, and we cover a lot of ground as well. I actually think that's a really good technique for travelling, but it has been a while. I'll keep doing this, though. We should find another end city soon. Found an end city. Been trying to record in here, getting bombarded by shulker bullets, because there are shulkers everywhere and they've started fighting each other. There we go. One just hit me from behind by the looks of it. Let's get those shulker shells. Oh geez, this could be bad. Let's use an ender pearl. That's actually the tip that I wanted to talk about, was to use your ender pearls as much as you can. Now I can be quite conservative. I try not to use a lot of things, and it's kind of bad to do that here. I found there are some parts of this end city that can be very tedious, like this bit right here. If you have the opportunity just to throw an ender pearl to get up to the top and make your life easier, something like that, definitely take that opportunity. It's a real time saver. And then when you're repairing your armor, like I've been, as you can see, it's starting to get damaged again. Yes, you'll get plenty of ender pearls. If I had one final tip for you, it would probably be to mark the end city as you go around it. This one is pretty ridiculous. I mean, it starts all the way down there. It stems off into many big buildings, and it took me forever to go through this one. But this is actually our last one. I've decided that we are now going to leave the end, head back to the overworld, and count up all of our amazing loot. Well, this is it. Time to go home, and I want to throw this carefully here. I have seen it where you throw an ender pearl directly through this thing. Got to make sure it hits it, which it has. We come back here, and a huge sigh of relief internally there, because I have been holding a lot of epic loot on me for some time. Well, actually, it's this stuff that's really great, and a few bits and bobs like this as well. But most of the stuff has been in our ender chests. So in a way, all of our epic loot would have been picked up when we get back. And I was starting to think at one point, if we die and fall into the void and lose all of this, I've gained so much good stuff that I think it's worth the time to get those items back. But it looks like we're going to make it out of here safely. However, I'm going to take the opportunity to repair all of our items while we're here. So we've made it back safe and sound. And by the way, if my voice sounds a little bit different, I've been streaming for a couple of hours doing the last last run of our adventure. The loot that we have from this is absolutely epic. Look at that. That's everything diamond that we got right there. I'll swing my mouse over a few of these. You can pause the video if you're really keen. There is some really, really good stuff in there. Most of it you probably just need to combine with a few books and a few other things, and then you got some of the best armor in the game, which we've already got. But so nice to have all of that stuff. Absolutely epic. And can you believe it? Look at that. 11 elytras. I forgot to get a lot of dragon's head when I got the elytras as well. I think we've missed out on like 5 of them. And then we got a stack and a half of diamonds. We've got this amazing sword and tons and tons of shulker shells. Incredible, incredible stuff, right? If you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. I hope you have enjoyed the format and learned something from it. I hope you have the best of adventures and get loads of epic loot like I did when you visit the End City. But anyway, that is it from me this episode, and I'll have to see you in the next one. So ciao for now. Bye-bye.